Good evening, my people. I greet you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this live video. Sorry that I'm kind of late. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome to my live video this evening. I don't want to take too much of your time, so I just want to quickly, chip in. I know so many things is going on today. Hey, eyes on video, video, video. People's video, private videos are trending, and all those kind of a thing. But I don't like to, meddle in all those kind of a thing. I feel like it's just distractions. People just doing any kind of thing that they want to do to gain public attention. I don't know. And then the time people need to talk about something productive that will add value, they will be in that place talking about it, searching for it, all those things. So there's no point in that. For me, good evening. Good evening. I greet you. It's my like I said to Maxwell, you're welcome. Henry, you're welcome. Good evening. Ismail, I greet you. You're welcome. Good evening, Magaji. I greet you. John, I greet you. Korode, good evening. So I saw this post on Ijele's timeline, and at first it kind of cracked me up. And then I have to think about it like, are there really women that are like, they are not using their mind at all, at all, at all, at all, at all? Person tell you they direct you, they do until you don't do the thing reach ground before your eye come clear, like what is going on. And why do I want to do this video? I was thinking that in the light of all these videos that are trending, Nollywood and Blue Nollywood and all those things that they are releasing and not releasing, I don't even know. It's like almost every week now, somebody's video will be trending. I don't know what they are gaining from it. I don't understand. Because anything that goes into the web, I don't know how they will pull it out later. It's gonna be there like for I don't know. Anyway, so since all this is are trending, and I feel like Nigerian people, their mind is so almost like set on anything under, then they know they can play. Once it has to do with anything with private part, private video, hey, the thing will trend as if their life depend on it. I feel like people should learn to move on. You cannot come to the USA now, or you come to Germany now, then they say, for example, one celebrity private video is in public space, you now become a matter of national topic. It doesn't happen anywhere. It just shows how jobless and unconcentrate, like we don't concentrate on important things. How can somebody private video become a national topic? Everybody is talking about it. This one will try. Everybody will be. It will not. All those things. If it happen abroad, the only thing that will happen, who leaked it? How did it get there? You go sue the person. Wahala don't come. The person will pay the price for doing what they did, right? So I don't know, Nigerian people, make una take am easy, save your data. There is no point in wasting all your time to go and be looking into somebody's private and adult people, grown up people that know what they are doing, and they are doing it and distracting the public. Eh? Distracting we have other things that are more important that will impact life to talk about, to concentrate our energy. Let's put our energy there. For example, so many people are not sensitized about people that may use church to take advantage of them, right? So those kind of people, you're supposed to have more attention, pay more attention, and talk about it better, like the kind of tricks that they can use, how they can come, the kind of things that can happen. I feel like Nigerian people were always talking and talking, but we don't talk about the important things. That's why the bad things continue to happen, because we are talking of concentrating on the things that are not important, whereas the important thing, nobody pay attention. You understand? At all. Our government is not concerned. Good evening. I greet you, Okudiri. I greet you. I feel like you don't have to stop going to church because of one thing. In this life, there are good and there are bad, there are honest and dishonest people, there are all kinds of things. So you cannot say because of this person I don't do like this, or because of, you understand. I feel like from what is going on, if you are aware, you just have to be aware of what is going on. So when you see yourself in that situation, you will know how to bring yourself out immediately. And when the thing is starting, you will be able to know where it's going. That kind of a thing. You will just know. You will just know. Yeah. I didn't put the banner. Yeah. So good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this live video. You're welcome to my live. And guys, I always say, if you like the video, support the page by clicking the like button, sharing the video, do whatever you can, you understand, to get the algorithm going. Fake pastors everywhere, because nobody's accrediting them. Like everybody can just come and say I'm a pastor, and people will gather. That's the problem. So pastor, it's not only pastor, any religion, you can just like it's not even only Christianity. Look at what is going on in the Southeast. I don't know about other regions, because everybody is now like a herbalist, owumiri, water, digital spirit, all those things. So everybody is making different claims of who and what they are. So if somebody say I am Mami Water, are you there? Did you go into the water? Are you the queen of the coast with her? How can you know that it's not the right one? So it's what the government is supposed to set standard. So pastor, I don't know about how it is with Islam, but I've seen some Muslim clerics. Even I see a woman even doing miracle as if it's in a church. I've seen it. I've seen a video. I even shared the video. I say, nothing we will not see. Like the whole thing is escalating. And not only in Nigeria, we saw what happened in Kenya the other time. They told them to be fasting, carry their enter bush, all those things. They were even trying to rescue them. Some were even running into the bush. So we're even running into the bush. Yeah. So my people, good evening once again. Welcome to my live video. I like to start this video with this post I saw on Ijele's timeline, and the video, the story is somehow, it just shows how much we lose ourselves when it comes to anything spiritual, anything religious. And I don't want to say you shouldn't be religious. I don't want to say you shouldn't go to church, you shouldn't be a Christian or be prayerful or anything like that. No. But I just feel like maybe we can use something like this as an example, as like how far the whole thing has gone, to use it to kind of as a mirror to say, "Ah, if this kind of thing is happening and this woman is coming and speaking about it, then what about all the other people that never spoke about it and this thing happened to them, right?" So uh did you eventually off it? I don't know what you're talking about, Aderok. Aderok or Adegbite. What are you talking about? Did you eventually off it? What are you talking about? Can I know what you're talking about? You said the married woman is worse than the pastor. Aderok, can you tell me what you are talking about? I don't know what you are saying. Did you eventually off it? I don't know. I don't know. You're not responding. Yeah. So my people, this story, e get as this story be. The story just be like something somebody is watching on Nollywood and somebody don't really know, like, can this thing really happen in real life? So this lady is telling the story. This is posted on Ijele's page, and she is saying that in the morning I went to the hospital to register. Like, this woman is a pregnant woman. He said, I hope you can read it. Let me increase the readability a little bit. Is it smaller or bigger? Can you read it now? Can you read it? I like to have what are you talking about? Your clothes. I really want to know what you're talking about. Too small. What is too small? Can you write a full sentence? I want to know what you're talking about. You are writing in monologues. What are you talking about? I don't know what you are saying. The this thing. Are you saying that the text is small? Can you read it, or it got smaller? Okay, let me see. Is it better now? Okay. Okay. Now I get what you are saying. That about pastor said you should. Okay. We are going into the story. Yeah. Okay. I get you now. So I was trying to because I don't understand. I didn't understand what you were talking about. So I was trying to actually increase it on this other screen, so that it can be a little bit more legible, so you can read with me. Yeah, I think it's better like this, right? Everybody can see it like this, right? Yeah. Yeah. So let me start officially so that I can remove all these preambles. So my people, you're welcome to my live video. This evening, I want to start with this very, very, very interesting story about this narration that a pregnant woman was giving about the encounter she had with a pastor. And the pastor told her to do so many things that everybody that have a brain supposed to know where that thing is going, but somehow this woman did not know where the whole thing is going until the pastor finish work. Then she now say her sense now come back. So I'd like you to read with me so that we can go through the narration that the woman was giving, right? So if you are new to my page, you are new to my channel, you're welcome. Don't forget to like, share the video, react to the video, comment as you see fit, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. So let's get right into it. So this woman, she's a pregnant woman, and the story has it that, this man is a pastor and he did the do with her in a corny way. So the story is how he did the do. So at this point now, they have caught him. They have come to arrest him and they are taking him away. But I wanted us to look at the story so that we can use it to learn. We can even use it to say, as if this is some people, their sense, no, they go far. May we still they help them. Say, may then they know. Say, if you reach like this, you reach like that. Oh, now where if they go be this, right? So the pregnant woman that was, by Pastor opens up. She said, in the morning, I went to the hospital to register. We usually have a program every Wednesday. On that faithful day, I went to church, but unfortunately, they ended the service. So you don't know when your church has service or your church is open service. You will go as you like, but that is another story for another situation. So she said, he collected the list that I brought from the hospital. He said that the items in the list given to me were too much. He later said I should go and make a photocopy, which I did. So the pastor now said, go and make a photocopy. First of all, he said the list is too long, or what they wrote inside is too much. But then he said, okay, go and make a photocopy. So I don't know why she went there with the list. Is it that she couldn't afford it? Or what is the intention of going there with the list, right? So after I have done it, he said I should take it to the altar. So she took the list. So keep in mind, we are still talking about the list that she went to get from the hospital. So he said he will pray on the list, right? So maybe it's the tradition in the church that pregnant women come to the church when they get to the list of the things that they need, and he will pray on them because, maybe from any part of the things that are on that list, they will feel do overwork. I don't know. I'm guessing. So he said, while sitting down, he started pressing my stomach. So we're talking about a woman that is not a child, it's not an underage. He said he started pressing her stomach. Okay. So he asked me, how many months is my pregnancy? I said it is 5 months. So the pastor now started pressing the stomach. I said, okay, how many months is the pregnancy? He said 5 months. Okay, well done. Oh. And then he said that he's going to do spiritual work for her before her delivery. So the pastor now said he's going to do spiritual work for her before her delivery. Okay, oh, very good. The story is still loading. And then the pastor stood up and entered a room. You are alone with a pastor, you are a woman. Like I say, he's a man. He stand up and enter a room and there's nobody there. Yeah. So, let me read the story finish so that I can give the points I want to give, and you can also continue in the comment section, or if you want to add, you can join. He said he called me to enter a room inside the church. So first of all, that pastor, he let her stood up and enter the room. And then he called her to enter a room inside this church. So she's not being specific now. That is it the same room that the pastor entered that she was asked to enter, or it's another room? Because she said inside a room, right? And then wait for it. He asked me her to lie down, and she did, which she did. He also said she should remove her clothes, and she did all the things he asked her to do. Huh? So you are a woman and you are inside a church, you are inside with some only one man, nobody else is there, and you no fear, you no fear. Hmm? You just dey there, they command you, enter room, come outside from room, press your stomach, you no fear. E now ask you to lie down, fear no catch you. E now ask you to remove your cloth, you never still get sense, even though they swear for you. So maybe there are some people that they have taught them, or maybe the way they carry pastor, they respect him so much, so they don't think that he can even think of anything bad, because it comes from a level of trust and respect that they look onto this person like it's like the perfection of God that they see. It cannot do anything wrong. And that's what can lead to this kind of thing that when we are looking at it is funny for us, but for them, the women in this situation, they don't. I feel, oh, this is my own interpretation. I don't know. So he dipped his middle finger with oil inside her thing. Okay. He said that her baby is vertical instead of being horizontal. Can you imagine? Vertical and horizontal inside belly of a pregnant woman. Like the talk doesn't add up. But obviously, the woman is not learned. That's why she cannot know. You understand? So he said he dip his, first of all, he don't dip his finger inside. He dip finger off for inside, or he put inside. I think. He now said the baby is vertical. So just with that oil, he way he put hand, he don't know the position of the baby. Then he said he will put oil in her private something, and then he would help her insert it with his long man. Are you seeing it? He will insert it with his private part so that the oil will get into where the baby is. Like is this not sounding like a Nollywood script? But it is happening. Why? Because people are not educated enough. People are not sensitized enough. You need to calm down people and tell them, come, forget all these things. If you reach, like, if you tell, no enter, run, no, run, no. He dip his the thing just dey baffle me. How can somebody tell you that he will use his pea man to put something inside your thing, and you never still get the sense? You still dey look and say na man of God, na the spirit of God wan put something. Yeah, well, anyway, he said he rubbed the oil on his private part and asked me to open her leg. He now had the do. He now do the do with her. So good evening, John. So from where the main action they come from, when he don't say may you fair, he say enter a room, you enter a room. He say may you lie down, you lie down. He say may you remove your cloth, you remove your cloth. He put him finger inside, or he shook inside your kwekus. You never know where the thing they go. He say the baby is vertical, nye, 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 nye. He now say he go put the oil inside your kpekus, and then you go use Ngbola to use inserter, so that the whole thing go enter. You never get sense. You never get sense. You still see that. You still there. They do. He now rub the oil inside Ngbola. He now ask you to open your leg, sister, madam married woman. You no get sense. He now ask you to open your leg. You wey carry belle, you no know how you take carry belle, abi? So na church, even though you dey inside, you no fit understand wetin dey go on. Say the matter don pass Jesus is Lord. The matter don pass. He say he rub this thing, and then he help her to put, and then after everything now do the do with her. It was after he did the thing with her that she now came into her right senses. Right? He said, I should swear that I should not tell anyone, including my mother. He said, I will die if I tell anybody. You understand? So after he don't do everything, to say it was after he don't do everything that she came to her senses, that he said she should swear, he should not tell anybody. You understand? So that's when I said that time her sense is working. When they are telling you to remove your clothes, your sense is not working. Every process they went through, your sense did not work until the work don't finish. Ew. Then she said he did not put on his garment when he was doing the do with her. When he was having the do with her, he gave her one small cross that she should put it on her navel. And he also gave her table water and poured perfume inside. He also asked her to drink a little out of that water, and he prayed for her that she should bring it, and that baby will she that she should be using it, and that baby will turn to normal position within 3 days. So what is going to make the baby to turn you know to the normal position? Is it the gbola or is it the perfume inside the water? Eh? So when you read this kind of story, it's funny, but it happened. It happened because the woman was mesmerized. You don't know what is happening until the whole thing. Why? Me, I feel like the only thing that can make somebody to suspend their brain is when they elevate somebody to the level of a divinity and they say, this person is like a god. They are seeing that person is like they are seeing God. So that person, they have that reverence, that adulation. They cannot even imagine that that person can do anything bad. So they will do everything that person want them to do until at the end they will not say, but wait, what is going on here? I don't know. But this video is for you to know that if something don't they enter like this, say, first of all, you are alone with that person. I say, man, run. It doesn't matter who he is. Because righteous men, they don't give room to situations where they will be alone with a female. They always have somebody, a chaperone, an assistant, even their wife. So if you are in a position that you are finding yourself alone with a pastor, a man, and you are a woman, run. As long as you are not their wife. No, it is unacceptable. Just know that. Anytime I want to tell you, say, bring, do like this, enter a room. Don't enter. Do you know what is in that room? You don't know what is in that room. So now finally they have caught him. Let him go and explain the vertical and the horizontal position of that baby with that he want to go and correct with his bola. Let him go and explain it inside prison for them. Omo didn't. Good. She's economical with the truth. That shebi they have arrested the man now. Then he will say it. He will say what happened. Yeah. So anyway, I just find this story very funny. I just find this story very funny. That's why I decided to share with you guys and say, please be talking to your friends, your sisters, your the women in your communities, in your families, if they will hear, because sometimes if you telling them something, they will not hear until they have gone through it. So this is a typical case because I feel the woman was not sensitized enough, and that's why she fell into that trap until the whole thing now finished. Like, but wait a minute, what just happened here now? But you're supposed to know when they are telling you, oh, remove your cloth, you remove your cloth. What do you expect? What magic do you expect that is going to happen? Yeah, he will say, yes, daddy, thank you, Jesus, God bless you, all those kind of a thing. I believe so too. I believe, yeah. So, another thing I wanted to share with you guys this evening is the controversy about tithing. So, I've been looking at some videos, and some people were saying that, some videos that I think Pastor what is this pastor's name now? Ebe Damina and Oyedepo and Redeemed Pastor, you know, when they are saying that you have to pay tithe and all those kind of things. So there's a lot of controversy going on about it. But there's this post I also saw that I think that it's interesting. So I don't know how, if it is interesting for you guys, so I can also share with you guys the videos that I found about tithing or no tithing and stuff like that. So let me go and show you guys the video.
Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over.
Abby, you said that one is not real.
From the same measure that you make, without it shall be measured to you again.
Yeah, but he used his authority now.
Give so that God can give. If you don't give, God will never give. So if you don't give offering, don't expect a breakthrough. The level of your sacrifice will determine the weight of your breakthrough.
So he is saying it's a lie, that all this thing is not true. He said it's not true. So let's listen to him again and explain it.
Your offering will remove your suffering. And yet many people are giving offering and still suffering. So who is lying? God or the preacher? The preacher, of course.
So I don't know.
How can offering remove suffering? Where did you ever see that in the Bible? So
this pastor have made a bold statement that if anybody asks you to pay tithe to sow a seed, that is a trick, is a scam. You understand?
If you're sick, check your seed. There's another prosperity preacher. So if you're not giving seed, you will be sick. Listen, it's not just evil, it's very wrong. It's a corruption of God's character. From the pulpit, from the pulpit. And people who are lazy to study their Bible just keep running out.
So he is calling it a corruption that is not just only evil, but it's wrong. And there's this collection of videos that somebody put together. I want to play that video so that we can also look at what the other pastors have said about this. You know, this is Oyedepo here.
A happy tither. But for God to open the heaven, is breaking scriptures. Put the heaven over a non-tither. No matter how many put your hands together. There's no window of heaven to be opened. Thank you, sir. You are not under heaven.
Wala.
So you don't need windows to be open. It's only a man under that needs windows to be open. It's only a man under
they are the one talking it to.
I am right there. I am the rainmaker.
Okay.
Semantics in order to get.
Wow.
And the people are fighting to bring that. What is that? They don't get blessed because I'm doing that of fear. God wants you to do things for you. Lord. When the man of God said, give money. I tell you, if you are not a tither, you end up a beggar. You can get stories. To a doctrinal issue. Doctrinal issues must be properly, objectively looked.
So who do you think is right? Who do you think should you pay tithe? Should you not pay tithe? He said tithing and first fruit as Christian is fraud. They are criminal activities in the body of Christ. Jesus and his disciples didn't collect them. I think that's what he wanted to write. So, which that the China people is paying to get where they are today. Nigeria is past, you know. So the thing is, there is a level somebody, that's the same thing I was saying about that woman, that the pastor is saying, do this, remove your clothes, she did everything. It's the same way. But sis, like that. Leave this in bed. Yes. Please come glass, okay? Close it up. Yeah. Sorry about that break. So they are saying that is I don't know, like, because they have attained some level and they are popular and they have gone far, their word become heaven and like sealed. So if he says that if you don't pay tithe, your life will be tight, you cannot have breakthrough, you cannot prosper. You understand that kind of a thing. So people believe it. If you don't sow a seed, if you don't give your first fruit, like here in Germany, for example, if you ask somebody to give you their first fruit, what are they going to use to pay their bills for that month? They will end up on the street immediately. Ozubo, ozubo. You understand? So I believe it's the Nigerian, or maybe in the US. I don't know. I think they do that in the US also. I don't know.
Heaven, and the whole nation is not outraged. Some of you quote Matthew 23, verse 20. A man will stand up and say in this nation that anybody that does not pay tithe will not make heaven. And the whole nation is not outraged. Some of you quote Matthew 23, verse 23 as your excuse for not paying your tithe. Matthew 23, verse 23. Let me read it to you. Because they said, no. Tithing is done away with, like Jesus said so. Really? Matthew 23, verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and
so I don't know why this person is always putting this music in
the
between.
other undone. What does that mean? You should have considered the weightier matters of law, judgment, and mercy, and not leave the other. What is the other? Your tithing undone. In other words, you are supposed to do both. Okay. Pay your tithes, consider weightier matters of law, judgment, and mercy. Do both.
Okay.
This convention.
So
Jesus useless. You render the sacrifice of Christ useless. You render the finished work of God, a mortal man who cannot save his fly, cast as passion on the finished work of Christ, who died for all of mankind.
Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of some how will I put it? Some a little bit of input from what they are saying about us. So I want to show you another one from another pastor. I think this one is also a pastor. I don't know.
The Gentiles and not Christians. items. 3, it was not meant for church buildings or maintenance of church
Just a
buildings.
second. Let me
4,
play it back.
10 things your pastor is not telling you about tithing. 1, it is an old covenant practice. 2, it was specifically meant for the Israelites, not the Gentiles and not Christians. 3, it was not meant for church buildings or maintenance of church buildings.
Can you hear
4,
it?
the church building today is not the temple. 5, tithes were food items. What I mean by that is the tithes were eaten by the tithers. 6, the tithes were primarily for the Levites. And newsflash, your pastor is not a Levite.
Okay.
7, the biblical tithes were in a 7-year cycle. And the 7th year, there was a command that no one should tithe. Let me hear your pastor preach that. The whole year, there were no tithes. 8, Abraham tithed one time, and he did not tithe a percentage of his income. Instead, Abraham tithed the spoils of war one time. 9, tithing is one of the Mosaic laws, and as a believer, you are not under the law. And 10, the biblical tithe was never money. 10 things your pastor is not telling you about.
This
tithing.
man don't kukuma
1,
break the
it is
table
an old
finish. He
covenant
said
practice.
it's an
2,
old
it was
covenant.
specifically meant for the
It's
Israelites,
only meant for the
not the
Israelites,
Gentiles
not
and not
not
Christians.
non-Israelites like
3,
us, you
it
know.
was not meant for church buildings
It's not for
or
church
maintenance of
building.
church buildings.
It's not for
4,
to be
the
made
church
inside
building
the church.
today is not the temple.
And he said
5,
it's not for the
tithes were food
church building, but
items.
for
What I
temples,
mean by
and
that
church
is
buildings
the
are not
tithes
temple.
were eaten by the tithers.
And it's supposed to be
6,
food items,
the
farm
tithes were
produce.
primarily for the Levites.
And it
And
was
newsflash,
normally for the
your
Levites
pastor
that they
is
didn't get
not a
land
Levite.
allocated to them when Moses
7,
shared the land.
the biblical tithes were in a 7-year cycle.
And it was
And the
supposed to be in a
7th
7-year
year, there was
cycle.
a
Then after
command
that
that
7
no
years,
one should tithe.
there will be
Let
a
me hear the
break.
pastor preach that. The whole
So
year
I
there were
don't
no
know, you know.
tithes.
So
8,
I feel like, you know, like me personally, I feel that you are never going to do away with religion. Religion is an important integral aspect of life for many people. It gives meaning, it gives hope, it helps people to focus, it helps people to be motivated. You understand me? So I think in the nature of humans is like they need something to lean on, because otherwise it will feel empty, it will feel you understand, lonely and all those kind of a thing. And if you go to church, for example, and you know that, for example, your church, you know, it takes a lot to put a church together. The people there, the music, the instruments, the building, you understand? So supporting the church however you can, I don't see that as a problem. But again, don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. Like somebody will say, give all your first fruits, you know, like in the month of January, you now give them all your salary and then you go and be looking, you know, that's coercion. Or if somebody tell you that if you don't pay tithe, you're not going to succeed and all those things. No, you know, people should be able to give free willingly, you understand, because the church has what it provides for the people, and the people like to go to church and get encouragement, you know, some words upliftment for the week. So if you give to the church, there's no problem there. The problem is when they coerce you to give beyond your possibility, or to give what you're not supposed to give. It's like robbing you of your things, or luring you, because they will put it to you that if you sow a seed, bigger seed, you get a bigger something. So it's like all this double something. So all these people that scam people, those kind of techniques is what they are employed. They will say, bring money like this, pay this, like it's like when you sow a seed of higher amount of money, you get higher. So those things are the tricks that are there. So you should be able to use your mind, because they are using their own mind. They are using now. They are using it for you. So you should be able to know your pocket and know your heart. Because if you trust God and you are a Christian and you believe God, you should know your own limits. You should know what your own heart is telling you, and you should not allow yourself to be manipulated. You understand? Yeah. um Development and upliftment, like for example, if you look at Elon Musk, or what is it called, Mark Zuckerberg, for example, you know, they were raised in religious homes, but they are not religious today. But that doesn't mean that they don't do corporate give. They give in different ways. They give to foundations, they donate money, they have scholarship. All those things are giving. They're ways of giving. So you always have to give something. They can also support the local church, because the local church is a place where people can get together, they can assemble people, they can help people, they can, so there's nothing troubling about it. But when they say if you don't pay tithe, then you will not progress, and then that one is not true. That one is not true, because those of us that live abroad, those of us for example, our brother is saying in China, how many did they pay? No, all those things are things that government has to sit down and put this in order, and things will be running according to the plans, you understand, and the structure that the government have placed. So if government give room for all this kind of people to exploit people, they will exploit people. They do that in the US also. It's not only in Nigeria, but here in Germany, people don't have that kind of money to be giving away. And here, the money that you give to the church is like a donation. You keep record of it. When you want to do your tax returns, you can write the amount you have given to church, and it will be like a deductible for you, because it's like a charity that you paid. You understand? So yeah, what I want to say is, if you want to pay tithe, you feel like paying tithe, I don't think that is a problem for me. Or like, you know your pocket, you know yourself. And I feel like, you don't have to do anything that you don't feel comfortable with doing. Yeah, you understand? So if you want to do it, be doing it. If you have been doing it before, I didn't bother you, you continue to be doing it, right? And for example, if they say you should sow a seed, sow a seed. If you sow a seed so that one thing or the other will happen. Nothing will happen. You understand? Nothing will happen because of the seed you sow. Because look how everywhere people are doing their things, living their life. It's not about they sow a seed or they don't sow a seed. But generally in life, you know, when you give, whatever you give is what will come back to you. So if you give something out of a good will, you see like there's a need there, and you give, you offer your help, you offer your time, you understand, God will give you, but the universe, it will come back to you one way or the other. But the thing is, if you allow yourself to be scammed, and then you are coerced to do something that you don't want to do, or you are not in the position to do, and you still do it, it will make you, later on you will be angry, you will be bitter, and you will not be able to receive anything out of it. Because why? You were scammed. You were taken advantage of. So you will not be happy, and it will not yield anything for you, because you will just be angry that they have scammed you of your money, of your resource, and you will even be looking for revenge. So your state of mind will not even give room for that thing to come back to you, because you will feel like you want to go and do the revenge and take it away from you. So it's better for you to be wise. Be wise, and don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of in the first place. And when you want to give only within your capacity. It's like when you cook soup, you cook food now. If somebody comes to your house, you're not going to give them all that food. The only thing you can do, you can take a plate. As you are eating, you dish for yourself, you dish for that person, say, okay, let us eat. That is only what you can do. The same way, when you go to church, anywhere you want to give, you don't give beyond your ability. You don't give and go into debt, right? You give only within what is possible for you, what you can give, and you are content. You don't think about it. It don't trouble you. It's like a seed. You have sown it. You don't bother you. You have done it out of your goodwill, and so it is. You understand? Yeah. Yeah. These people, they don't pay tithe. They don't pay tithe, but they give. They have other means that they give. I believe so. That's what they call this corporate responsibility. Some of them, they donate money to foundations, they donate money to charities that do different things, to research purposes. They give in one way or the other, right? They give. For example, we are using Facebook free. For example, it's also a form of giving, if you may, because they can say, okay, you can be paying €1 to be on Facebook. They can do it, or they can say you can be paying €1 to have WhatsApp. Maybe even if they say €1 a year, €1 or €10 a year, or €1 a month, people will pay it. People will pay it, because it will not be anything. But imagine when 7 billion people are paying €1. I don't know how many people are on Facebook, but there are millions of people, up to a billion people, I don't know, that are on Facebook. And if they pay €1 or $1, they pay $1 in a month. Even if they pay it in a year to be on Facebook, it's a big deal. But they are giving, and then because they are giving, people are coming more on Facebook, people are able to do whatever. And then because they give it freely, and people are able to come, and then they are able to do business with it, they are able to sell advertisement, and from that advertisement they are still paying content creators, all those things. So it's just going front and back like that. But the problem we are having with Nigerian church people is they just want to take and take and take, and they don't want to give anything back. So you cannot see them say, for example, we have so much money in our church offering, and so we want to use the money we have to build something, or want to use the money in our purse to do this. No, anything they want to do, people will have to continue to donate and donate on that's the problem that they are having. Normally the church have to have a purse, and then it's not every time you say bring, because it's the same people that are bringing it. It's the same work they are working. It's not like they are going to manufacture money. So you are making the people every day, poor people, and then you will say, all these poor people, how much did you bring? But when you gather 1 million poor people every day, and you collect, even if it is 100 naira from them, you already have million from them. You understand? So that's the exploitation. They want to take and take and take, and it's the same problem we're having with our people all over, wherever they find themselves, whether they're in government, they want to take and take and take, they don't want to give anything back. Everybody is looking for where to take and take and take. So until we come into the mindset of also giving back, we are going to continue to have all this problem. And because everybody is able to take and take and take without any questions asked, without any expectation that they give anything back, that's why people are finding it very lucrative to go and open a church and say they have been called, so that you can, take and take and take and take. So, yeah, what I'm saying in essence is, let us sensitize ourselves, and let us hope that people will begin to use their mind and not easily fall into that trap of sow all your seed, give all your first fruit, give all the money in your pocket, bring all the money in your bank account. All those things are exploitations, right? All those things are exploitation, because there's no day you will wake up and think that you want to carry all the money in your bank account, or you went to church with some money in your pocket, and you are supposed to drop all the money. And there was a time, I think Adeboye, I think Oyedepo did it one time, said everything in your pocket, well, even if it's your car key, bring it and drop it. And there are people who did it, right? So all those things are exploitation. You don't have to go to that extent. But if you want to donate to the church, maybe there is something they are doing, maybe there is something you feel like, go ahead and do that, because it's a free will giving. You can give in one for one thing or the other, and then you just let it. After all, the money we met it here, the money we are also going to leave it here. So I don't know why they are so how will I put it, greed. That greed is just everywhere, and that's why they are just taking advantage of the people. So, but the people need to also learn that, yeah, you see, they are also having the controversy among themselves, to tithe or not to tithe. That tithe, if you follow the scripture, if you follow the scripture, like, if you follow the scripture, what the scripture is actually teaching, you don't have to pay tithe. According to the scripture, if you follow the scripture, go, say, what did the scripture say about tithe? There's nothing like tithing again. You don't supposed to pay tithe. The people that are supposed to pay tithe are the pastors themselves. They are the one God is talking to, that they are robbing God, that they're supposed to be paying God. They are the ones that the message is actually going to. You understand? So it is not for ordinary people, to be go and pay tithe. And I believe also, like what this man is saying, that the time of tithing have passed, because it was for the Israelites and it was in the temple and all those kind of a thing, right? So, but always there is going to be an opportunity for you to give that is not tithe matter. You understand? But if, for example, you feel like, okay, what you can give is that tithe every month, and that's what you want to be doing, nobody, because it's your conviction, it's going to give you that satisfaction you need. Then there's no point to say don't do it, and be talking around it, right? Because if you feel like you want to be using that way to be giving to the church because of the benefits you are getting from coming to the church and what the church is doing, and you like what they are doing, you want to use that one to be supporting them, there's no problem in that. I don't see any problem in that. I remember back in the day, in those days, in the Anglican church, my grandmother used to have what they call plan giving. So they used to have it like a calendar or something, like a paper. They'll be marking it every month. They pay that money. They will be paying that money. Every month they will be paying it, and they use, so I think that is some kind of tithing also. I don't know whether it's tithe, or, but then they used to say it is plan giving. So something like that. So that money, they use it to do all the things they need to do in the church, because the church doesn't run on its own. It needs money to run. That much is clear, right? So there's always going to be that controversy. This one will say this one will say that, but the bottom line is, do not fall for that exploitation. Do not allow yourself to be exploited. Do not allow yourself to fall into that category, that you begin to go and give money that you don't have. You understand? um it's not only tithing, also, so many other things, like, healing, miracles, all those things that, there's always possibility and room that people will be doing fraudulent things because of religion, because of your belief. But if you understand, if you understand what is going on, you will not fall for it. You will not fall for it. There are so many people that will be with us here today, but because of these religious people, they will say, don't take your medicine, don't go to hospital. You understand? So many kind of things like that. But yeah, I mean, you cannot end it. Is so much, but me personally, I find it very hard to say people shouldn't go to church, or people should stop believing, because I know that people need it. People need it, and I think that religion is going to stay with us here for a very long time. I don't see religion ending anytime soon. Honestly, I don't see religion ending anytime soon. Yeah, so the people, for example, here in Germany, there are people who are Catholic only because they are paying taxes, and every month they have an amount they remove from their salary, from the state. Or is government, or like, it's part of the state, because when they say Germany is a Christian state, it's something like that. Either you are Catholic or you are evangelical. If you become a Catholic, and you cannot just wake up and say you are not Catholic again, because they already registered. You'll be paying that tax, church tax. If you are evangelical, that's the other side. You'll be paying that church tax. So they will be deducting it from your salary, direct. So you are giving anyway. So, for example, German people, they don't even go to church anyway again, but they are giving. They don't go to church, but they are giving. They can't run away, they can't escape it. You understand? There are people who still go to church. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't go to church, but generally they understand that they need to give. That's all I'm trying to say. So they don't see it as a big deal if they give a token of their salary or something like that. For them, it's no longer a big deal. It's no longer a big deal. Yeah. So in conclusion, I want to share this video that I saw from this brother.
What religion does Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Dangote practice? You don't know. And you very likely don't care. Because the things that divide us do not matter at the top. What you know is that these are some of the most successful men of their generation. And you will not refuse to learn from their stories because they don't worship like you do. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is dispensing record breaking figures to sign the best players in the world. Not the best Muslim players, but the best. So, why does region, religion, gender, and political affiliation affect those at the bottom? It's because it was designed to do just that. Now, I'm not saying your religion, your form of worship does not matter. I'm saying you should not let it cloud your judgment, your sense of reason.
Exactly.
Your most important feature is the value you bring. That's what the world is looking for.
Yeah.
What religion does Elon Musk feel?
Yeah, so I believe this is the conclusion of the matter. The value we bring, you understand, the things that unite us, that we don't allow ourselves to be taken advantage of just because of what we believe, that we are able to see through the fraud and do things that are still within our own limits. You understand? Yeah. So, my people, I like to say thank you so much for being a part of this program. It's been an hour, and I do hope you have a wonderful Monday ahead. God bless you all, and see you very soon. Bye.